Welcome guys, it's Danny Glover from Fight Fan TV Live. We are here at the Matchroom headquarters with the world-renowned trainer, Tony Sims. How are you doing today, sir?
Yeah, good Dan, good to see you mate. You're my old cousin, you Dan.
Yeah, he refers to me as cuz, so yeah, big ups, big ups. So we're here for the Alan Babbage, Johnny Fisher press conference. You've got your young charges in Jimmy Sains and also Maisey Rose on the card. How's the training been going for both of them?
Yeah, it's been going well, and you know, they're both young, and obviously Maisey's mandatory for the European title, and that's going to happen in September. But this fight's, she's classing it as a warm-up, but it's really a 50-50 fight. This fight, it's a really hard fight, and obviously she needs to come through this to then challenge for the European title, and she's putting the work in the gym, and you know, she's got to come through this fight.
Well, it's her first title fight, this one. So, do you know who the current European champion is, and what do you see her attributes of things that Maisey can exploit in the current European champion, if provided she gets through this one?
Yeah, it's Chloe Watson. Ricky Hatton trains Chloe Watson. She won the European title in her last fight. I believe she's fighting. I think she might be fighting on the same night, maybe on July the 6th as well. She's having a warm-up fight, and so they're both having fights. They fight for this European, but that's a tough fight, and Maisey needs to come through this kind of calibre of opponent. She's fighting next to challenge for this European title, and know that she's ready for this type of step up.
So also we've got Jimmy Sains on the card. But earlier in the year we saw him with an explosive knockout in the Cosmopolitan Las Vegas out in America. How's it? He's looking like a real sharp talent. So what is it you think is his main best attribute which is going to take him to the top, because he's looking like a real touted prospect?
Yeah, as you say, he's a good prospect. He's had 4 pro fights and won them all by knockout. So obviously he can punch a bit. He's got great boxing ability, great IQ. He was a good amateur. He won the 3 Nations, and he's a good prospect to look out for. He's actually boxing on June the 29th at the Brentwood Centre in a 6-round fight, and then obviously he's on July the 6th as well. So we're keeping him busy at the moment, and when they're young, I like them to be busy. He's learning all the time. He's sparring good fighters in the gym, and he's just coming on really well at the moment.
Yeah, I saw him win the Nationals in the amateurs, so really good talent. Also, you've got George Liddard in the stable as well. So when is he next out? Because he just had a spectacular knockout just last weekend, right? Yeah,
so George is on June the 29th as well. He's on the same show as Jimmy in the Brentwood Centre. It's a top-tier promotion show. I'm just wanting to get them out, both of them out, so they're both boxing regular. They're both scheduled 6-rounders, and and obviously Jimmy's fighting again on July the 6th, and George has just fought like last week. So they're both busy, and that's what I believe they should be at this stage of their career.
So also, you would have saw on the Riyadh show, so we saw Daniel Dubois beat Filip Hrgović. The rumour has it that Daniel Dubois would be fighting Anthony Joshua in Wembley in September. You being the former trainer of Anthony Joshua and obviously seeing Daniel Dubois throughout his career, how do you see that one going stylistically wise?
I think it's a great matchup. They both know each other from GB days, even though Daniel was young then, and it's like Daniel's the up-and-coming fighter, and Anthony Joshua is the veteran in this fight. And I think it's a great matchup. It's an all-British clash. They're talking about Wembley, and these 2 big punchers. And I believe that he's probably going to be over and done with him in the first 6 rounds. And I believe that probably whoever connects, first or connects right is going to take the other one out, and that's what we're going to see, and that's what it's going to be exciting, because you don't really know who's going to connect properly out of these 2 first, and I think it's going to be a very explosive fight.
Yes, indeed. Also, a few months ago, I remember John Ryder announcing his retirement, saying that he's going to become a trainer. So has he started becoming a trainer down in the gym, and how's it going for him so far?
Yeah, he's been working alongside me since the last fight against Munguia, and he's done his trainer's course. So he'll be ready to go in the corner pretty soon. And I'm really enjoying working with John. You know, he's got a wealth of experience as a fighter. And obviously he's working underneath my wing as a trainer, and I think he's going to be a great trainer. He's got great insight into professional boxing, having the career he had. And when John was active as a fighter, he took on board a lot with the strength and conditioning, and a lot with the diet as well of a fighter. And so he's got great insight into all that side of it as well. So I think John's got a great career in front of him, and you know, I'm pleased he's working alongside me.
Yeah, I've heard about the famous stairs and the triangles and stuff like that. So how's the training going for you? Because, you know, I'm not going to reveal your age, but you're looking in great shape. So what's the secret?
Yeah, it's just like I've always been active in training, and you know, I believe that I've never really stopped training my whole life, really, since 11 years old when I was boxing amateur, right until I stopped boxing when I was like 20. I've always kept active, and you know, I've always run, I've always done weights, I've always, you know, done circuit training. So I believe that the more active you keep yourself in the gym, you'll always feel the same person. Obviously, I can't run 100 metres like I could when I was like 20, but I can still run 100 metres. I'm still pretty fast. Funny enough, I was out running this morning, funny story. I was out running this morning, and I thought to myself in my head, I'll have a little slow plod this morning, because I thought I'm going to have a little jog this morning, a couple of miles, and then before the fighters come in, then I'm going to do a bit of a weight training before the fighters come in, because I like to get it done early in the morning. So I'm running around these fields, right? 3 dogs, little dogs, come out from nowhere. You know, Jack Russells. They're feisty as well. The Jack Russells are feisty. Anyway, they've come out of nowhere. They must have been in someone's garden and got out. They've come out of nowhere. I'm telling you now, right? One of them would not give up the chase. And I reckon I was doing the 100 metres near enough what I was doing when I was 20. I was like that, like Limp with Christie, until it stopped chasing me, honestly. I thought, oh, I'm not getting bit round the ankle here, mate.
So that's one way to get a PB.
So that my little slow plod went out the window this morning. I was on a fast one for a little while. But yeah, it's funny.
That's excellent. So are you looking forward to the Paris 2012 Olympics, and is there any amateurs you're looking out for to possibly sign in the future, providing they do well, or even if they don't necessarily do as expected, but you've seen a bit of them and tout them for big things?
Yeah, I mean, listen, the Olympics come around once every 4 years. All the top amateurs here in the world are in the Olympics, and you know, Britain have got a few qualifiers through, so it's always great to watch. I mean, I went to the London Olympics, obviously, 2012. I was there when Joshua won the gold. I was there when Katie Taylor won the gold. I also went to the 2004 Olympics when Amir Khan got silver. I never went Beijing. I never went to Beijing. I wanted to go to Beijing one. I was going to go, but I think I had Darren Barker fighting on the same kind of weekend, so I couldn't go. But the Olympics is a special occasion, you know. When you go there, you feel that, occasion that the whole world is watching in, and these are the best talented amateurs in the world. You know, so it's fantastic, and I like watching every part of the Olympics. I like watching all the athletics. I like watching, you know, every part of it. It's just a great occasion, and you know, Paris this year is not far away, and I'm probably going to try and go actually to try and go to it, because it's not that far. I'm
going to be out there going on the Eurostar.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You get a Eurostar, so. I'll probably go to the Paris Olympics this year and watch watch a few events. I'll tell you a funny story about the Athens Olympics. So I went there with Tony Burns, who was the old Repton coach, and I went with his son, young Tony. And anyway, we got there. We didn't have any tickets to get into the Olympics, so we were asking people outside the ticket touts. We ended up buying 3 tickets. Didn't know where it was going to get us into. We wanted to get inside the village, so we've got into there. And the 3 tickets that took us into the diving, right? And we're sitting there, we don't know nothing about the diving. And then someone's rung, we was kind of front row seat. Someone's rung Tony Burns from Repton Club and said, "Is that you 3 sitting there in the front seats of the diving?" But we got in to see the boxing, obviously. You see, like, Andre Ward won the gold and Andre Durrell won the bronze. So it was a great Olympics that year. As I say, Emir Khan won the silver. No, James DeGale was in Beijing. Oh, yes. That was 4 years. Emir Khan won the silver, yeah. But it was a good Olympics that year, and it's always a great occasion, fantastic occasion.
So on the weekend, the 5 vs 5, it wasn't the result we wanted. Lost 10-0. Obviously, my cousin, one of your former charges, Craig Richards, he lost to Willie Hutchinson. Any words for their performance, or what do you think? Any messages for him?
I just think watching it, I had him, to be honest, beforehand, I had him as a big favourite to win that fight. I just thought that, the opponents that Craig's been in with compared to the opponents that Willie Hutchinson's been in with, I made him a big favourite, I suppose, as the bookies did as well. But I just think that, it was a subpar below performance by Craig, and listen, I hope he comes back into it anyway. We better go and do the birthday thing.
Oh yes, absolutely. So there we'll leave it here. It's Danny Glover from Fight Fan TV Live with Mr. Tony Sims, and remember, persistence beats resistance. You know what it is. Okay.